Chargers head coach Anthony Lynn says that teams would be crazy not to bring Colin Kaepernick in for a workout. So is it the return of the cap? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Observant Lineman. I'm your Observant Lineman, Uche Nwaneri. Do me a favor, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can keep up with my latest videos as I give you my football news observations and my perspectives, as well as stories about my time as an NFL player. And soon you'll be able to join as a member to The Observant Lineman as a member of the O-Line. So make sure you stay tuned for details about coming membership options. Now, I asked that question, is it the return of the cap? Because of a few things. If you've been keeping up with the NFL news, and I'm sure you have, you would have seen that Roger Goodell came out and actually encouraged teams to look at giving Colin Kaepernick another opportunity to be a quarterback in the NFL after not having played since 2016. Now, we're not going to go into all the details about the kneeling and all that stuff, but we're going to look at this purely from a football standpoint. Colin Kaepernick, based on his ability as a player, based on his performance in the past, would you consider him for a role as a quarterback on your team? Now, I'm not saying that he could be a starter, but I'm saying, is he the kind of talent? Does he have the talent as a player that would warrant giving him an opportunity to be signed by a team in the league? Coach Lynn came out and said that teams would be crazy not to have Colin Kaepernick as an option at quarterback, and it looks as though the Chargers have him on a workout list that could see him come in and do a workout with the team with a chance to get signed by the Chargers. So there are a couple of situations that are playing out right now that could see Colin Kaepernick back in the NFL in 2020. So after Goodell came out and said that he actually encourages the team to look at Colin Kaepernick, it kind of makes you take a look back at what was going on in 2016 and how they were against the notion of having Kaepernick on any team because of the media circus that would ensue and all of the tensions around the issue at hand that Colin Kaepernick had drawn so much attention to himself with. But when we look at this right now, I think you have to look at where players are in the league. You look at a player like Cam Newton, who is certainly can be considered the same kind of quarterback that Colin Kaepernick was as a player, a guy who can make plays with his feet, has a big arm, maybe not always so accurate, but is can throw the ball well enough to get it to a guy who's open. Let's just put it like that. So with all those things, knowing all these things and seeing the kind of quarterbacks that are, on rosters across the NFL, I think that it's actually a good idea to consider him as purely from the athletic standpoint as someone who could possibly come in as a backup quarterback to start, could do some mop-up duty, and eventually if there's an opportunity to be a starter, then so be it. But I think, as a starter, Cap doesn't really have that ceiling right now to get him back to that point where he was when he was at the peak of his career prior to 2016. When you look at how the whole Colin Kaepernick saga has played out, I think that it would absolutely be a very interesting storyline to have him come back into the NFL, have an opportunity at some point in the season to play, maybe have an opportunity to win a game for a team, just to kind of show that he still has some ability as a quarterback, that it's not all about, I guess just the narrative, and he is interested in resuming his career. I would think that as a football player, if you really do feel that in your heart, if you love football, the first chance you get to play it again, you'll take it. And that's why I kind of bombed on Kaepernick in one of my older videos when he was going through the workout with the NFL. Yes, we all knew it was sort of a sham what the NFL was doing. But from the athletic standpoint, from the competitive standpoint, I felt like Colin let that slip and tried to focus too much on the narrative instead of focusing on the task at hand and trying to show, regardless of the environment, if you're an athlete, if you're a competitor, if you're a professional, you go out there and you show them what you can do, just for the simple fact of saying that at the end of the day, you brought me in to see if I still have what it takes to be a quarterback. regardless of whether or not you guys even plan on signing me, I'm going to show y'all that my talent is still on the level of a professional quarterback in the NFL. I think that, you know, he does have the talent to be a guy who can play in the NFL. Whether or not it's going to be the kind of talent that will ever see the starting position again, I think that's a toss-up. But tell me what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Should Colin Kaepernick get another opportunity to play in the NFL? Does he have the skill to still be a starting quarterback? Leave your comments. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to The Observant Lineman. I appreciate you guys very much for checking out this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.